If you've ever felt like your music is missing excitement and flavor, this video is for you. Today, we are talking about delay. So, let's fire up Pro Tools, dive into some examples, and by the end of this video, you are going to have a whole new set of tools to make your music stand out. Let's get it. Okay, so here we have a vocal, and what we've done with this vocal is we've radio affected it. So this is already processed, but there's no effects on it currently, at least in terms of like delays and reverbs and stuff like that. So this vocal sounds like this.
When you leave somewhere like that, you don't look back, you take the way out.
And in the mix, okay, cool. It's a really cool effect, but one of the problems with this radio effect is that it's really shrunk the voice. And so we're delivering the radio effect that the artist asked for, but now it sounds small and weak in the context of the mix. So I'm using this 15 IPS delay, which is a tape delay from Echo Boy. Echo Boy is a Soundtoys plugin, and I'm just using the classic tape slap 15 IPS, which is inches per second, to create a more stereo and spread out feel with this vocal. So let's solo it up. Right now, my send to the delay is muted, so there's no delay. If you don't understand sends and returns when it comes to mixing effects and you're just inserting your effects right on the track that you're trying to affect, comment that you're doing that below, and I will make you a video to show you sends and returns, which is going to really help you in terms of taxing your system. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to assume you know what I'm talking about. So here's my send. It's currently muted. There is no delay on this vocal. So it sounds like this.
When you leave somewhere like that, you don't look back.
And now we're going to put it in. Watch how everything gets wider and bigger. And also kind of stonery, right? Okay. Now let's listen back to it in the context of the song. So we've got this weird kind of bouncy stereo delay where the voice comes out in the center and then it kind of bounces around the stereo field. Let's listen to what that sounds like in the context of the song. So here we are. Delay is muted. Let's listen to it.
When you leave somewhere like that, you don't look back, you take the way out. I'm still friends with all.
And now let's listen to it with the delay engaged. Here we go. So you can hear it spread out into some of that stereo space and just create, in my opinion, a vibey stoner feel, which is why I use this particular delay. Super fun way to use delay here. Hey, sorry to interrupt. If you are getting value out of this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you know every single time I drop a new video. I would really appreciate it. But I'm certain you were doing something super important, so I'm going to let you get back to it. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is something super fun. It's called a delay throw. And what I mean by that is we're going to push a delay into a signal, in this case a vocal, for just a moment to send just a portion of that vocal into the delay, but not the whole vocal. We're not going to leave it on. And you'll hear engineers do this all the time in professional mixes. It's a really cool tool to just create a little bit of extra pizzazz or effect over a section of song that maybe doesn't have as much instrumentation. So we're exiting chorus 1 here and going into this interlude section before verse 2. And there's not a whole lot of music happening here. And again, because we're doing the stoner house mix, I just wanted to key into this wishy-washy kind of weird vibe and just kind of let some of the loose ends hang out. So let's listen to what this delay throw sounds like. This automation here, all this is doing is this is going to turn up the fader for the send into the delay and then turn it right back off when I want to stop delaying the vocal. So you're going to see this fader move. As this fader moves, we're going to push this vocal, send it into the delay, and it's going to echo out over this interlude.
I swore I'd never move back to the stoner house, priced out of everything. I swear
Here's that fader.
It's only temporary.
Again, we're just trying to key into that atmosphere of stoner house. So in solo, just so that you can hear it a little bit better, it sounds like this.
House priced out of everything. I swear it's only temporary.
Super fun. And then for this, I'm using the Echo Boy again. It's one of my favorite delays. So Echo Boy here, and we're using the Memory Man preset, which is one of my go-to presets. I just love the way that this particular echo sounds. It's just really, really pleasing to me. And lastly, we are going to look at adding just a little bit of bounce and vibe to the piano in this song using a delay. So again, all I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to use delay as an effect to key into this kind of just like stoner, chill, like vibey feel. So here we have our piano. And in the context of the mix,
When you leave somewhere like that, you don't look back, you take the way out.
it's a cool weight, but I want it to feel just a little bit more vibrant and bounce a little bit more. It's one of the most integral portions of this verse. It's taking up a lot of space, and I just want it to bounce around a little bit. So we are going to turn on this delay here and listen to what that sounds like. So I'm going to pull it out and then push it in. So you can hear it echoing off into the distance. I'm not even certain what delay I'm using here. It's this one here. Echo Boy again. Echo Boy wins. This is just doing an 8th note repeat with the analog delay style. And it's just giving a little bit of extra life to this piano to make it bounce around a little bit more since this verse is so sparse. So let's listen to it without the without the delay, excuse me. And let's listen to it with the delay. So this is more of a subtle move, but you'll notice it just gives this piano a little bit of bounce and a little bit of life, and actually helps it sustain a little bit longer since it's only playing big single chords. It's taking that piano, that single chord, and extending it out with a delay a little bit longer so that it just takes up a little bit more space and bounces a little bit. And I just found that in this particular scenario, it really helped that piano fill up some space and feel a little bit more vibey. So let's listen to it one more time. This is delay out. And delay in. And it's interesting. If you listen to it in solo, you really hear the bounces. Those are the 8th notes. When you unsolo it, you don't really hear those bounces, but I just like how it takes up more space. So again, this is bypassed. Not taking up that much space. And engaged. You don't really hear the bounces, but you hear it fill up more space, which is what I was going for here. So that is a few examples of how I like to use delay to create fun effects, to do delay throws, or just to give an extra little bit of body and life to some of the signals in my mixes. Thank you so much for being here and checking out this video on how to use delay in your mixes. If you want to know how to mix a song from start to finish in just 5 simple steps, go ahead and grab my free 5-step workflow for making a great mix. It's going to teach you the exact same workflow I use every single time I sit down to mix a song. The download link is in the description below. And one more time, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next one.